Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. What's up, guys? I'm going to be on for a little bit. Just going to do some free read, guys. If you're interested, let me know. If you could tip and donate, that'd be great. If you can't, no problem. I'm going to put my computer on mute, though, because I am listening to a podcast in the background. I took down the banner earlier today because I had a Zoom interview earlier, but I'm probably going to put it back up tomorrow. So I'm just going to be chilling and listening to my podcast. Message if you see me, if you'd like a reading. Be right back. I'm going to actually take a bathroom break real quick. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I've been okay, just chilling, watching a podcast. I'm a little like cranky because I was supposed to have that interview today over Zoom, And the hiring manager, who's also my cousin, they actually stood me up. And long story short, we ended up jumping on a 5-minute call. They're gonna pick me as a candidate. They're gonna hire me. Um, but I was just a little bummed out because so my sleep schedule, it's been more so like on a night schedule. Um, and I basically didn't get like any sleep last night. I was just like laying in bed awake, and I had that interview at 8 a.m. and he pushed it back like 2 hours. So I'm like up early on no sleep, and I gotta be awake for another 2 hours essentially. Um, and then by the time that rolled by, he pushed it back another hour. So I'm just like, uh, at the whim of him pushing the interview back. So finally, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whoever sent that. So finally, um, we get on the call, and instead of just a Zoom, thank you, Laria. Feel free to send a question or if you have a topic for a reading. So we just did like a 5-minute phone call, didn't do the Zoom interview, but yeah, so it's like a shoe-in. It's basically he's just doing me a favor by hiring me. Like I said, he's my cousin David from back home, Chicago. My mom's sister's son, so my cousin, my first cousin. Um, but yeah, so I was just a little. I've just been a little cranky because of that, because my sleep schedule has just been, effed up. I got like a little couple-hour nap earlier today, and then I just worked out. Um, but yeah, it throws me in a funk because yesterday, like one of the things with like, so I try to go to sleep early, um, so I wasn't able to work out. So that always like kind of throws me off when I'm not able to get my workout in. Um, because my sleep schedule was like, okay, I'm up at like a crazy hour. It's like 1 a.m. But the way my sleep schedule is right now, anyways, it's like more of a night owl schedule. So either I'm going to take a nap at 1 a.m., in which case I'm not going to, this is my thinking at the time, I'm not going to wake up for that 8 a.m. meeting, or I'm just going to try to sleep all the way through the night. I tried to sleep all the way through the night and I got no sleep. So, and I wasn't able to work out. So it just kind of fucked me up. If I did things my way, I just would have like took a nap and then got up and worked out. I mean, I feel like that just goes to show you, like, just listen to like your body and your mindset. Because if I would have just took a nap, worked out, convinced myself to just do like 3 hours of sleep or whatever, then he would have pushed back the meeting, and most likely because he did today, and it would have been fine. But I trust you just gotta trust the bigger picture. It's just me nitpicking and just being grumpy, but everything's fine. Everything's great. I'm grateful for this job opportunity. It's gonna be remote work for DoorDash, doing some like back end logistics stuff for like package delivery. Um, it's only 4 days a week, but it's better than nothing. It'll help me keep my apartment here in Los Angeles. So that's a big one. I'm just hoping that tarot picks up so I could, catch up and, achieve all my financial goals. Yeah, yeah, I've just been relying on like my side hustles, like doing tarot and then doing food deliveries, so I could set my own hours. So my schedule like warbles like crazy. Like I'll be on like a night owl schedule for 2 weeks, and then I'll be on like a regular normal daytime person schedule, 9 to 5, for 2 weeks, and then it'll just go up and down, in and out. But I'm good at it at this point because I've been doing that for like past 2 years now. But yeah, I'm just trying to focus on like, obviously when you get something good, like, some steady income, there's always going to be that negative voice of like, oh, it's not enough. It's not going to help you cover, all your other expenses. But I'm just trying to, tell myself to just focus on the good, It's going to be able to help me catch up with rent and stuff like that. I'm like, no lie, I'm like a couple months behind in rent, but my landlady is so cool. She knows I've been like fighting to stay here, so she's been letting me slide a little bit. And I already told her that I'm getting this job, so I'm gonna catch up really quick. I'll be all caught up by like October. It's just trying to do the juggle between catching up 2 months behind and then while continuously paying the new months recurring month in and month out. But I literally did the calculations last night because I couldn't sleep. So I like, yeah, broke down the calculations. So, and then of course I'll just like keep on looking for something better paying. I think this is a good opportunity for me to update my resume, and who knows, maybe I'll get something better in like a logistics department because I got like a finance background, an office background over 10 years. And then I left that to do like tarot and then just side gigs. Um, but the economy took a turn, and inflation and all that BS and war, and shit just dried up. So, but I'm definitely going to keep on with the tarot stuff. Um, I think that kind of you know flows in and out too, the traffic, the demand. Things have been slow, but I think it'll pick up. I think it just happens in waves, like anything. Yeah, I got this really cool lady. Her name is Charla, and she's been hitting me up like every 2 weeks. She's super consistent, and every time I read for her, it's like 50 a pop. And then last time she threw like 100 my way. I think just as like a thank you for me like constantly, doing readings for her. Um, it's interesting though. I'm with the YouTube channel. I want to take more of like the practicing abundance approach, where I might, keep on, trying to do free readings and free questions for people, and then just like put my information out there if people want to send tips or donations, whatever they want to call it. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to flirt with that a little bit more, maybe, and just use it as a way of practicing like abundance and all that manifestation woo woo stuff, which I love to believe in. I mean, I've been in such a kind of slim, low tide period of my life now for like the past 2.5, maybe 3 years even. Um, so it's interesting, keeping your faith strong and keeping the manifestation, juju, all that kind of like uh, belief in the magic. But I'll tell you what, and I'll say it again. I've been saying it. Um, there was that big alignment. It was Jupiter conjunct Uranus in the house of Taurus, which is the house of money and material wealth and value. And that was on April 20th. And sure enough, the next freaking day is when I got a call from my cousin about this job. It was on April 21st, Sunday. He reached out, and I was like, oh shit, that is like dead money, you know, like right on the nail. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I've always said, like, you could do public readings on the YouTube, or you could do private one on one readings. And then, of course, I have all these websites that I read for, but they've just been slow, man. I don't know if it's an economy thing. I don't know if it's what. I think the market's kind of saturated as well. I think there's a lot of readers nowadays. Um, but also my style is that like I don't try to have the customer like return over and over again. Like I'm not trying to hook them like a fish with bait or anything like that. I don't believe in that. I believe in more so like the spiritual freedom aspect of it. Like I want my service, my perspective with the tarot and spirituality. I want that to free you so you could, you know, be free to empower yourself spiritually and have your own connection with spirit or God or and use that. So my approach isn't really one that's conducive to just having people like come back for more. Um, necessarily, like I'm not trying to like lead people on in a manipulative way. So that might also be a reason why I haven't been seeing as many return customers. But overall, I can't complain. I mean, on in my best years reading for this website, Psychic Source, I think I've done like 10,000 on. You have the tax forms to see like how much you made. Uh, and I'm like, shit, man, for reading tarot, it's not bad. And that's just with one website. I'm sure, if you add up all the other various websites that I've been reading for, it's a couple hundred there, a couple hundred there. Okay, so for Laria, she just sent 10. Thank you so much. I think she's in the YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, A. Appreciate you saying that. So I'm gonna shuffle because Laria just sent me something on Cash App. I think she's in the room. Yes. It says 2 viewers right now, so I think that's Laria. Just gonna shuffle, pick up the energy. General reading. Birthday September 21st. Literally, these cards popped out. And I'll put them back in and I'll keep shuffling. But these really wanted to just pop out literally face up when I was shuffling this deck. The Ace of Cup here, Luria, is a new offer, a new opportunity. This could be in a week's time. The Ace of the Cup represents a week. This could also be within Cancerian season. That's the next closest water sign. It's going to be summertime. I want to say June 19th to July 20th, something like that. It feels like it's going to be unexpected, though. 3 of Wands in the reverse. You're not seeing it. You're not planning for it. You might be losing faith and hope in a particular given direction with the Strength card upside down here. But like I said, this feels like unexpected. Something that's going to bring you peace. Emotional solace is another phrase often associated with the Ace of Cups. But let me put those back in. See what else wants to come out. That's a good little draw to start. September 21st, I'm guessing that is going to be, let's see, it's going to be Libra energy, I believe. Almost right on the cusp there between Virgo and Libra, but I believe that's Libra energy. Let's see what comes out here for Libra. General reading. Got the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is always just a reminder to Queen of Wands in the reverse is like jealousy, greed, envy, For the self, it's just a reminder not to, dabble in that. Don't feed that direction of your consciousness or of your mentality, because then it'll grow. If this is surrounding people around you that might share these negative feelings towards you, likewise, this is ignoring them, not giving them attention. Sometimes this is like the feeling of the grass is always greener. But we know that that's not true. It's so funny. Every time I use that phrase, the grass is always greener, I think of something that I saw not too long ago about somebody was like a master. I don't know if he was like a master lawn gardener or like a, but point being is that from his job, he knows from his experience that the grass is always literally greener. The lawn, he's like overseeing lawns over the septic tank of the property. Like, go figure. I know that's kind of gross, but I mean, septic tank is basically fertilizer, so that's where they keep that. And it's funny that, like, when you zoom out and you look at the grand scheme of things, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greenest over the septic tank. So it's like you kind of got to go through the shit of it, like crap of life, and that's where the nutrients are most rich. That's where the vibrancy of life comes from, is through the shitty situation, the crappy, things they have to go through. But it almost promises like that richness. So if we think we're in a crappy situation, there's always someone that has it worse, but then also there's this unique vibrancy and this unique richness that is coming quite specifically from our situation. It even kind of garners or evokes that uniqueness through our character. It forces us to become these very kind of battle-tested, unique, character strengths. And so that's an interesting way of looking at it, if you broaden and give yourself that kind of wide lens perspective. You have qualities and characteristics and attributes, most likely, Luria, that, and for those that are resonating with this reading, that, your everyday person doesn't have. And that's something to honor, to use to your advantage, to leverage to your advantage, and not take for granted. So that's what I'm getting with that. Page of Wands in the reverse. This is an energy of confusion, not knowing which direction to go. I think that a lot of us are very familiar with that energy, but I like to think that our internal kind of compass, our internal GPS, that is like an unconscious thing. So therefore, we don't need to know the information locally, in our frontal awareness and in our consciousness, our waking state. We will be led and pulled by our internal GPS, by our internal magnet. And sometimes that does require letting go of the wheel, letting go of knowing every turn and curve on the road, and trusting in that divine time. I was talking about that conjunct, that astrological positioning that happened April 20th. And I'm starting to call astrology like the sky clock, the big clock in the sky, because it's all about the alignments and the planets. And, at this particular time, this is going to happen. The energy of these alignments of the planets and the particular signs and the houses is going to trigger this effect or this impact expressed in your life. So, that's great news, actually, because it means that you don't have to do as much as you think you need to do. Sometimes it is about waiting for the clock in the sky to find the right positioning, the big hand and the small hand, so to speak. Um, but where we can kind of win every day is to just keep consistent, you know, um, brick by brick, making sure you place each brick, i.e., each day, do what you believe in. For me, it's working out. For me, it's trying to watch my diet, trying to consistently work on guitar, um, and just the mindset, meditation. I've been trying to get more into meditation today, or not today, but as of late. Um, and listening to, um, yourself, your body, when your body's tired, when your body can't do a workout today, when your body needs to meditate, when your body needs to sleep, and trusting that when you're moved by your physical being, that's putting you on the highest timeline, actually. you know Now, we're not always going to be perfect. We're not, like, for example, right now I'm probably not at 100% wakefulness, but I'm still being moved to do this, so I feel good about it. I could compromise. um, but let me see what else comes for Laria. Anything here? So point being is that if you feel confused, or like your internal compass is spinning, not to worry. Not to worry, because all it's doing is like GPS locating right now. It's trying to figure out, what the next thing is. Um, but if you find that you're consciously doing that, trying to fix a problem, solve it, you might have to revert to the unconscious, like meditation, letting it go, focusing your attention on just something completely different. They say a watched pot never boils. So if you're looking at the same problem with the same perspective, you're not going to see the different result or the different perspective needed to fix that problem. So you literally have to put your attention and your focus on something else that makes you happy. It can be entertainment, just something that completely takes your mind away from that problem that you've been looking at with the same eyes and the same perspective. And that's a form of creating space in your life. And anytime there's space, the universe wants to fill it with change or novelty. Um, Let me see what else comes out for Laria. Yeah, Knight of Wands in the upright. This is taking fast action. A lot of wand energy. The wands are about action, passion, fire. What really is motivating you? What really is lighting your passion? Okay. I know you've mentioned a lot about your grandkids in the past. All of that, all of those good sources of fuel, all of those good sources of energy. You want to be mindful as to what, versions of energy that you're feeding off of, making sure that they are good versions of energy, higher forms, love, gratitude, wanting to be with family, things like that. The Two of Cups in the upright, this is a sense of agreement. Okay, you see the Knight of Wands looking at the agreement here. This is an emotional agreement, a conclusion, striking a deal. Okay, it could be family, it could be business related. It feels more so on the family side. Um, but being able to kind of make an agreement here. Let me see if anything else is here. Bottom of the deck is usually what we don't see. This is Nine of Cups in the upright. This is wish fulfillment. Okay, so there could be something that you've been praying heavily on or asking spirit to help manifest in your life. And the Nine of Cups in the upright says that you will do that. It will come true. Whatever you've been wishing for, the Rhea, it's going to come through. This is known as a minor arcana wish fulfillment energy. So you will be successful in that thing that you're trying to manifest and create. Okay, the cups. If you're in a situation where maybe you need a broader long-term timeline, the cups represent a week, like I said earlier, so nine weeks. Okay, it's like, what is that? 2 months, essentially. So you can see some major shift within the next 2 months. This is also Cancerian season, so this is summertime. Cancerian season begins, like I said earlier, mid-June to mid-July, something like that. June 19th to like July 20th, something like that. So you might, in that pocket of time, that window of Cancer season, Cancerian season, you might have this wish fulfillment come true for you this summer. A lot of great energy here. And remember, we started this reading with the Ace of Cup, and I said that was Cancer season, Cancerian season. So it looks like a lot of very kind of charming energy coming in for you. I like it. This might be unexpected or all of a sudden, because I'm thinking of that Three of Wands in the reverse, like you don't see it, or maybe you've given up on it. Yeah, I mean, the big thing about like coming from like me personally, like trying to find a job in LA, I was telling A about this yesterday, that like it took me, it's since what, 2 weeks ago, a week ago when this new opportunity came in. I had been looking for a job for like the past year, since like March 2023. So point being with like certain manifestations is you just have to completely throw out the timeline. We do not always have a say in when something comes into our lives, and we just have to stretch it out. We just have to be cool and relax and chill and just let it go, and just let everything flow like water off of our backs as much as possible. So what's up, Rhonda? Nice to see you as well. Thanks for popping in. I was just doing a reading for Laria right now. She was nice enough to send me 10 on Cash App. Feel free to write questions, guys, even if I'm on mute. It's just me listening to my show in the background. Or let me know if you guys want to talk about anything.
Small for a small. Yeah.
Do you have like a deal with Pantene?
Yeah.
Pantene was great. His hair was.
Get it for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. He's got his gray hair now. He's got gray.
It's like 43.
Wow.
You're freak.
That's a.
Did you see the Eagles draft my white boy from Iowa? I was waiting for him to go.
Who's your white boy? Wow.
He's the best corner in the draft. Probably second
Oh,
best.
white corner.
White corner from
I
Iowa.
don't believe that.
Dude, stud. Went to the Eagles.
White corner.
Probably my third favorite
The
team.
only white cornerback starting in the NFL.
I don't know if he started. He has to get through training camp. But he was a second round. I said second or third pick. What was it? Type in white corner Iowa Hawkeyes.
White corner?
You probably drafted Iowa. How are you so bad at
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know football. So white cornerback,
You're not good. Everything else.
white come on,
No, you're good at everything.
cornerback.
Job.
Riley Moss? Yeah. Is it? No. That's American football corner with the Denver Broncos. Dude, if you're with the Broncos, I'd buy his fucking jersey right now.
Cooper Deshaun.
Yeah, Cooper Deshaun. Cooper.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Look at that hair. It looks like a
Finally, the
flower.
white team has a quarterback.
Whoa, feed that bird, bro.
Dude, freak.
That literally looks like
like somebody had a floor mat that they scuffed up with their feet for a long time.
Too long, dude. That's what the kids, way too long. The Tiger was, kids are doing. Yeah, they don't put much product in it, it's just like that type of shit. Dude, nowadays numbers, dude, freak. Quarter, you know, hold on, listen, there's racism.
I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all black versus all
Oh,
white
wait,
bowl?
it's supposed to be on mute.
Stop trying to
My
teach
bad. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Okay, let me know if you have a question or if you would like a reading.